Hello, everyone. This is Chala, Dincoy, CEO and founder of The Repositioning Expert, coming to you live on YouTube. But for those of you catching on replay with my exciting podcast, the Naked Marketing Podcast, where we talk about our marketing mistakes, I have here my guest, Desi Bolin. Welcome, Desi.
I'm so honored to be here. Thanks, Chala.
Thank you. So tell us who it is you help. I'm really excited. I read your background. Tell us who you help and how you help them.
Okay, so I run an international SVA. That is my trademark. It stands for Strategic Virtual Assistant, and that is because I have over 70 specialties that I can do for businesses. So essentially touching every aspect of their business to help them scale and grow in a repeatable fashion. Who I help, that's really a loaded question. I'm industry agnostic. I've worked with solopreneurs. I've worked with multi-million approaching billion-dollar companies. One of the companies I worked with just recently sold for 1.2 billion. So it's I run the gamut. I love helping everyone I can, and I don't have any disqualifiers really.
How did you get into this? Were you like somebody's assistant already and then decided, oh, I'm just going to have a whole team of my own? Or how did it start?
So I started the company when my daughter was 5 months old. I have two kids. They're 6 and 4 now. So going on 4 years with the company. When I started, I was, a standard virtual assistant. A lot of people out there are virtual assistants right now, given the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I really wanted something different and something that no one else does. Uh, so of course I do all of the general admin stuff, but where I love to live is the high level advanced support that I provide for businesses, which falls into net promoter score surveys, buyer journey, voice of the customer, secret shop. I have a signature system it's called Brand Promo Superpower, and it's really insightful for a business who wants to scale and grow based on the word of their customers.
So I'm sniffing out a specialty there, customer sort of status kind of, yeah. I mean, it sounds way more differentiated than your elevator pitch. I'll tell you that. Because
Yeah.
you know that I'm an elevator pitch expert, right? So I'm loving what
Yeah.
you're saying. So say more about that. So tell me about like a client that you're helping, or give me some sort of like a turnaround story that you were involved in, the Phoenix Rising, of where you helped them succeed with this kind of, the customer journey, the brand promoter score and all that.
Okay, so that company that I was just mentioning, we worked with them for a little bit over a year. And we took them from being obviously a multi-million-dollar company, but they 17 times their revenue and enterprise value within that year. And
Wow.
they just sold to the fourth largest PE firm in the world for 1.2 billion.
And what kind of company is it?
It's a it's a water distribution platform.
What?
So it's I've worked so many different industries and so many different verticals. I love doing something different every day. So I don't limit it to who I work with. I have been working with a lot of speakers. I'm part of the World Class Speaker Academy, and Jay Souter is actually one of my clients. And I'm in with all of these top influencers. I've met with Danella Burnett and all of these guys. So yeah, no, that's a good one, but I have several others. I'm sure you looked at my website. There's many testimonials on there.
So what exactly did you do for them?
I did the Net Promoter Score survey. So that is a questionnaire that goes out to existing and past clients to determine why they started working with them, how likely they are to recommend, which is the ultimate question. That's the Net Promoter Score question. Roadmap questions, quantitative and qualitative data on where they excel and where they need to improve in the eyes of their clients. And I give them a 35-page report, action plan and recommendations. And then with the signature system, I do a targeted pain point heat map as well. So we did that. We did the secret shop. So that really outlines the buyer journey and how they go through the process with the company. And in that process, we find breaks in communication. We find loopholes that need to be affixed so the clients get the best service possible. And we also did team trainings. Team trainings is another thing I do. We talk a lot about marketing and sales in those trainings, but we also do business development. We work a lot in the BD departments.
My God, you have so many different, very valuable specialties. So the customer satisfaction, you almost, I mean, you don't sound like a VA when you talk about all the things that you do around customer satisfaction or even business development. So it almost begs a sub brand for each kind of capability, or even for you to, because believe it or not, I'm a niching expert. So your elevator pitch has to be like super niched, and you said everything against what I teach. So that's why it's wonderful to have people of both different views, because I feel that, people can make more money by shrinking their focus. But I also love the perspective that, you're succeeding, but it is into like major buckets of work that is completely unrelated to what a general VA does, because I have a VA and she doesn't do any of this for me. So that's good to know. Okay, so tell us, this is a marketing show, so tell us how you're getting your clients right now after the pandemic.
Okay, so well, the entire 4 years that I have been running the company, I have operated solely on word of mouth and referral. I don't market. I don't pay for marketing. I really stand on relationship-based selling. So I make relationships with my clients before they become clients. And I believe that is the most effective way to run a business. Targeted account selling, relationship-based selling, and really collaboration. I have a lot of collaborative partners who I refer out to. I know, like, and trust them, and they reciprocate. And that's kind of how I market. I mean, I network. I go to different networking events and I tell what I do. Obviously, the language gets lost on some people, so I'm working on that. But that's really all I do.
That's great. So not doing a lot of marketing, I'm really interested in your big marketing mistake, which is what the show is about. So what was your biggest mistake?
The biggest mistake I had, I've mentioned this before, is not staying in front of my target audience. This year particularly has been incredibly challenging with health issues. For myself, I actually had surgery earlier this year. And my husband as well has been having some health issues, and then different family scenarios that pull me away from the business slightly. But I stopped networking, so my pipeline dried up. So now I'm struggling to bring it back. Of course, I'm rekindling those relationships I created and getting back into the networking world. But when you're organically marketing without any paid technology to continue that momentum, if you have to leave for any reason, it all goes away. And
Yes.
that's a mistake.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I mean, don't feel bad, because I wasn't sick, but I still lost all my business because I'm in Canada, and because of COVID, all of my networks, all of my clients are in the US. So all the conferences that I usually speak at to get clients got canceled and the borders got closed. So I lost all my business. So it had nothing to do with being ill, but you and I were in the same situation of, I had to figure out how to get clients without being able to go meet them face to face. So what I did was I had to, pay coaches to teach me how to develop online funnels. And so, so that, I mean, I'm so happy to talk about them with you offline, but they've been working. I mean, I'm not exactly where I was at, but I am going to be buying my dream car next month. So things are
Well, wonderful. Now, I
good.
actually do know about funnels. That's one of the specialties I do. I just have to, it's the pitfall of many entrepreneurs. You do this for other people and you forget to do it for yourself. So it's a matter of taking the time to implement for myself. But I'm also working on the SBA certification course, so that I can get other people to have a mindset and a multi-specialty as I do. Like I said, I run an international consultancy, so I actually have a team of 12 out of 5 different countries, including Canada.
Wow, very cool. Yeah, you know what? Because of COVID, I now have a team in Nigeria.
I have a team in Kenya.
I know. Isn't it amazing?
It is amazing, and they are amazing human beings. Literally everyone on my team is a mom. So like I said, I have 2 kids, um, but everyone else on my team either has a couple of teenagers, but most of them have young kids, so around the same age as mine.
Oh, so in parting, what advice do you want to leave us with our viewers for around marketing?
Around marketing is really, really focus on building relationships. Don't go in straight for the sale. You want to build and foster a relationship that is beneficial to both parties, mutually beneficial, and create a partnership, kind of like a joint venture, but it's more about collaboration and calling on each other when you have a situation that you're unsure of. I have many people that I call on with very advanced specialties, um, and that's invaluable. So that is what I leave you with. Build
That,
relationships.
that's great, Desi. Thank you. Now, how do people reach you?
Best way, I mean, there's many different ways. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram all the time, but you can go to the website virtuallysource.com. All of my contact information is there.
Wonderful. Thanks so much for being a guest.
I definitely appreciate it. And I love sharing my knowledge, and hopefully it helps your audience.
Thank you. I'm sure it will.